Wales. Today I'm joining rock legend Mike Peters from the Welsh band The Alarm and his lovely wife Jules on one of their charity walks across the country. Today they're heading to Offers Dyke. Hi guys, how are you? Lovely to see you. Group hug. Well listen, I've got my walking boots on. Should we go for it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Are you ready everybody? Let's Offers Dyke, here we come.
Here we go, let's go.
Hey.
This week we're in the North Wales region of St Asaph. We have hymns from the cathedral and discover how it's produced two royal composers of sacred music. I catch up with musician Mike Peters on his charity walk and hear how his faith has helped him with his 20-year battle with cancer.
I turn to faith a lot, especially in the darker passages of the cancer journey which everyone has to go through.
And Kate Botley meets the hospital chaplain who's using the power of music to break down barriers with dementia patients.
Godfrey, you've got an amazing voice.
Oh, I know I have.
Today we're walking along this dramatic footpath built by King Offa in the 8th century to create a border between England and Wales. To the west is St Asaph, which has the smallest cathedral in the United Kingdom. And that's where our opening hymn comes from, ideal for a walk. This one, Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah. A great hymn sung in this wonderful cathedral. Kate Botley came to St Asaph to meet the composer whose calling to write sacred music happened right here.
Paul Milo may not be a familiar face,
but his music has made him one of Britain's best-loved composers. Paul wrote the #1 hit single, Wherever You Are, for Gareth Malone's Military Wives.
It was his suggestion was that he would get the wives to send the letters that they'd sent to their husbands and partners overseas. And so, of course, I was given the greatest honour to be able to read these very personal letters. The very first one I open up says, "Wherever you are, my heart will keep you safe." And I thought, well, that's it.
What does it mean to you, music?
Music is everything. Music is everything. I think it was St. Augustine who said that he who sings prays twice. And I think for me, music, sacred music, is at the heart of everything I do. I'd had a religious experience when I was a kid. I'd fallen into a river and I couldn't swim and I was dying. I was 9. And during that moment, a huge warmth came over me. And I felt, actually, well, this isn't such a bad thing. Anyway, I was dragged out and resuscitated. And I said to my parents, I want to find out what that warmth was. And they brought me here. And as I walked in as a little kid, thinking maybe it was the priesthood that was calling me, I heard the choir singing here in the stalls, and I said to Dad, this is it, this is what I'm after.
It's an amazing place, isn't it?
It is. It's a stunning place. Can you imagine coming here as a little kid and being surrounded by all of this? For me, was unbelievable.
Where did you sit?
Well, I was either one side or the other, depending on how naughty I'd been.
Why does it not surprise me that you were the naughty choir boy?
Paul is following in the footsteps of another illustrious composer from here at St Asaph's Cathedral, William Matthias, who composed a choral piece for the wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana.
He taught me to be the composer that I want to be and not to follow fads or trends or anything like that. Just do and say what's in your head musically. And it took me a long time to realise what great advice that was, but it certainly was.
30 years later, Paul would emulate his mentor by composing the music for another royal wedding, this time the union of Prince William and Catherine.
Do you see that gift as something that is your responsibility to share?
I think for me, composing sacred music, or music that has a spiritual aspect to it, is a kind of surrogate priesthood. It's kind of saying what I'm in that which I couldn't really have done otherwise. And so, yes, I think there is an aspect of service in it.
Now, to perform one of Paul's compositions in this beautiful cathedral is the Anglesey Youth Choir.
I am the gentle light, the stars at night, the morning bright. I am the still small voice, the living choice, the heart rejoice. And if you follow me, I'll be with you for all eternity. I
Mike Peters from the rock band The Alarm and his wife Jules are walking across North Wales to raise money for NHS cancer services. Today's walk is a far cry from the early days of Mike's career. He formed his band The Alarm in 1981 and they toured America, supporting U2. It was during this time that he found his faith.
I really learnt a lot from them about spirituality, about faith. Before they went on stage, they'd have prayer meetings with not just the band, but their crew and the people on the tour. And I really got that to experience how it brought everyone together. It really brought faith alive for me as an individual. I love reading about him. Jesus was in the tables over, and that seemed to me that Jesus was a punk rocker, you know. And then just creating the wine, I thought, well, he's a bit rock and roll as well.
Yeah. Mike and the band have enjoyed huge success, selling millions of records worldwide. But behind the scenes, for the past 20 years, he's had his own personal battle with cancer and is now fighting leukemia for the 3rd time. Did you find yourself turning to faith when you were diagnosed? A lot of people do, don't they?
Very much so. You have to have that faith to keep moving, and I turn to that a lot, especially in the darker passages of the cancer journey, which everyone has to go through. I often say I've been blessed with cancer in a weird, strange way.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's changed my life in so many ways. It's made me a better person. It's made me more appreciative of the world I live in. It's taken me on some incredible journeys with other people who have done incredible things. I would never have done that if cancer hadn't come into my life.
I think it makes you learn to be calm, learn to stay strong, and learn to be grateful for all that we have.
Mike put his faith into action, and in 2007 the couple set up their Love, Hope, Strength Foundation to raise money to support other cancer patients. It's seen them walk all over the world, from Snowdon to Everest.
I think we just felt compelled to do this because of everything that others gave up for our good health.
It's very difficult to explain how compassionate the care was for both of us. And, you know, we've grown up with these doctors and nurses in North Wales, and
very lucky to have them, aren't we?
We're so lucky,
really are.
And you can keep saying it, and we want to keep saying it, and that's why we're walking, really.
Many of the walkers have their own reasons for wanting to be involved. Trish is recovering from breast cancer. I spoke to Mike about, you know, how he felt when he was diagnosed, and he said that it made him more spiritual in a way. Yeah. Would you agree?
You look at your life completely different. People go through life and they don't think of what's going on, and then the next thing you're faced with, you might not be here. So, like, my daughter's called Faith. We try and explain to Faith about God and stuff and angels and things like that, and just try and keep it alive for her, just because you never know.